Hey guys, how's it going? This is my first YouTube channel. I just want to talk about some issues that I've been really concerned about with different situations in the gay community and such forth. I was checking my Facebook and someone posted that this kid, his name is Jaden Bell, he attempted suicide after being bullied because he was gay. He died February 3rd, which wasn't too long ago. And they recently just took him off of life support because he was bullied. These are like really major issues that we have to discuss because in a lot of high schools and churches we're not talking about these issues that are so important. Recently I just came across on Facebook Seventh-day Adventist. I recently was a Seventh-day Adventist. I went to a boarding school in Calhoun, Georgia for 4 years, and I experienced this change in myself. My junior year of boarding school, I realized that I was gay, and this is who I was. And being in an Adventist community, being raised in an Adventist church, you can't really be who you are. You have to really watch what you say, um, make sure you don't step on any toes. While I was going to this boarding school, there was a lot of issues that came up with other kids in the school. There's one kid who was kicked out for being gay, another girl for being kicked out because she's pregnant, and the guy who got her pregnant had to graduate. It's just these situations, and it's really unfair. I feel like we live in a society that is so taboo, especially with the Adventist community, that it's just something we don't talk about. It's just something that, hey, we're going to push it aside. There's no discussion about it. We're so concerned with helping, you know, other people on the other side of the world, which is great. But I feel like the main cause starts with us in our own neighborhood. And there's so much that is going on that we can't really fathom. We call ourselves Christians. We go to church every Sunday or Saturday, whatever the case may be. We listen to the pastor speak. We, take in as much as we can, and then we go back to our daily lives. Work 9 to 5. We're surrounded by our children, our kids, our friends. This whole society, and it's just something we so desperately need to discuss in our personal lives. Um, Coming from an Adventist community, they were very closed-minded with, accepting people for who they are. We call ourselves Christians, like I've said before, but how can you call yourself a Christian when you don't accept people for who they are? I feel like the God that I know, the God that I love, is accepting of all, non-judgmental. He's a man who died on the cross for you, and he died for everybody. Jesus hung out with prostitutes, he hung out with greedy people, all these people. And to say that God doesn't accept people for who they are, a lot of people didn't accept Jesus for who he was. They, said this guy is fake, he's, you know, bad for us, he's not, telling us the truth. And Jesus went through a lot of the same things that we go through in our daily lives. And it's just something so important that we can relate to. And I feel like with the Seventh-day Adventists, they're traveling around the United States promoting this film, and it's so important that we hear this message because, there's so many things that are blurred within the Adventist church that we don't understand. And, in boarding school, when I was going there, we were taught not to be stumbling blocks for others, that we're supposed to be, accepting of all, and we have to, make sure that we love one another. But yet, you are so concerned with the money and the building of the church, and yet you see these kids who are lost, who don't really know where they fit in this world. It was very hard for me coming into a Christian school and then finding out, this is who I am. I'm a gay man. I'm trying to figure out who I am. And being in a boarding school, you have to really watch what you say and what you do. I had teachers ask me, hey, are you gay? And I literally had to lie to myself because I couldn't be true to myself. And that's no way to live. You cannot deny who you are. You have to be able to love yourself. You have to be able to know that this is who you are and that God loves you. That no matter what you do, you're always going to be a child of Him. And, I had to figure out who I was. So after I left boarding school, I moved to Atlanta. I did a lot of stupid things. I got into drugs. I got into stupid, things that weren't for me. But, I, with help of my friends, and I got out of it. I fell in love with an amazing man. We've been together for almost 4 years, and he's the love of my life. And he showed me that it was going to get better, that it's going to be an amazing, amazing journey, that you're not alone, that you are loved. And it brought me so much closer with my mom. My mom is the most amazing person in the world. She is my best friend. She is everything to me. She is my best friend. Last time I went home, she said that, and Jason came home with me, she said that I'm so glad to have my 2 sons home. And I literally was crying inside, because to hear that from my mom, an Adventist pastor's wife, to hear that from her was the most amazing thing in the world, because she saw that I was happy and that I was in love with this man, and that no matter what, a mother's love is unconditional. I know that it's so hard, especially for gay teens and youth, to come out to their parents, because you feel like they're not going to accept you for who you are, that you're not going to be able to, be able to stay with them, or whatever the case may be. I know that you're scared, but it honestly does get better. There are so many great organizations out there. The Trevor Project, Human Rights Campaign, coming from Atlanta, there's Chris Kids. There's so many important things that you can rely on, and that, teen suicide is not the way. It's not the easy fix out. It does get so much better. This is my first YouTube, channel. This is, I'm just starting off. I'm hoping that with what I say, other people will listen and be able to take what I've said and share it with others, because it's so important that we get this message out to every single child and every single teen, that it does get better, and that you're not alone, that whatever you're going through, whatever denomination or religion you are, you have to be strong. It will get better. I know that there are so many bumpy roads. I've been through them. I've been through so much, and I'm living proof that I found somebody who loves me for me. And I have great, amazing friends and family members, and that I can call my mom anytime I want to. I have a great job. There's so many things that you have so much ahead of you. And, we have to be able to stand for what we believe in, because we can't push aside these people because they want an education. We can't say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't come to this Christian school because you're gay, or because you're transgender or bisexual, or whatever the case might be. If you're denying these children, then you need to take down the word Christian from your school. You need to just take it out of the dictionary, take it out of every context you have. Because these kids need to be loved. They want an education. They want to be able to be cherished and know that their opinions and views matter. This is a special time. This is 2013 that we're in. This is a new year for all of us. We need to be able to push aside all the bullshit and focus on this year, to be able to end the hate and make sure that these kids have a voice. It's so important that these kids are not forsaken. We have to be able to stand strong. So yeah, please let me know what you think. I'm going to post this on my Facebook page, but I would really love your feedback. If you're going through anything, please, I'll try to listen the best I can. I want to be able to help. I want to be able to make a difference. And I think that's where it starts with us in our own home. Thanks.